All right, guys, I'm gonna start the stream here because I gotta check the sound settings and everything. So give me a second. Okay, that's shared. All right, we're just getting set up here. We're gonna be doing diddles, and accent grid at 90 today. So I shared my screen, Chris and Kyle. We've got a few more people coming into Zoom that are running a little bit late, but I figured out kind of what our schedule through at least the middle of August.
I won't be available. I don't think I'll be available. Actually, no, I won't. On the 29th, I'm getting my wisdom teeth pulled.
Oh yeah, man.
Unless you want
Get that out of the
hi
way.
Kyle, then
Well, I mean, just kind of do it. You know, I would just do it. You're not going to know how bad that is going to be until it happens. Yeah. Right? So
yeah.
just,
Unless you want to have drugged up Kyle for a while. then
Absolutely.
no.
Up to you, completely. I mean,
Yeah,
if you're
I'm
feeling
not
up to
gonna
it,
know
man,
that.
duh, come on out. If not, no worries. Maybe just try to do them on your own time, like catch up on the stream. Okay, if you're streaming on YouTube or Facebook or Twitch, I am getting the chat set up. So hopefully I'll be able to like respond if you guys are talking in the chat. I don't know. I haven't figured out yet how to I don't know if it's going to ping me or not because it's new, but we'll see.
What is the
This video, watch live. Okay, there we go. So I think I have. Good. And Twitch.
what's your name on Twitch?
Twitch, it is Mengus Drum Lab.
Okay.
Yep. Actually, if you're logging in, will you check and tell me if it's up and running?
Yeah.
Up and running.
Yeah. It should work now.
Up and running. Okay, so will you put yours on mute?
It's really glitchy.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
It's probably because, oh, you know what it is? Here, try this.
I would test it on Facebook, but I don't have Facebook, so.
All good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can mod view. You know, I guess we're just gonna skip that. Okay, will you check it again and see if it's running smooth? Because I think part of it was that I was streaming it.
Mute yourself on Zoom first.
Thank you.
Because it's giving a lot of feedback.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, how's that? All right, if you're streaming, we're gonna get started here pretty quick. Just get sticks and a pad. That's all you need. I'm gonna be running the metronome and everything, so And if you want to support, go ahead and I think you can take a picture of that. When I did it, I tested it out. I took a picture. I think sometimes you can just bring your camera phone up to the QR code and it'll just automatically send you there. I had to actually take a picture of it.
Joe, I can't hear you. You're muted.
He's talking to the stream.
Joe, I can't hear you. You're muted.
Well, he's talking to his stream.
Okay, so Kyle, turn the streams off because I'm gonna be live in here in the Zoom, okay? So you guys can hear me? Okay. Just figuring out some technical things. So I've got a Zoom room going for people who have signed up. For the people that have signed up and for this and are in Zoom, we have a half-hour hang, which has been kind of a hang. We're not too deep into this yet, so it's also been partially me figuring out details about the stream. But yeah, if you want extra help, please just hit me up, drumlab.com, drum/lab or drum-lab.com, and you can put your name and email in there, and I'll get a hold of you. But feel free to just or contact me on Facebook or YouTube or whatever. And yeah, we're 4 sessions in, so we're pretty early on. As you can see over here, I've got the kind of the schedule. So we're doing the grid at 8th notes right now. And the grid, we're adding an accent or a diddle as we go. So right now we're at 8th notes, did 60 and then 65, 70, and now we're incrementing by 10 beats per minute every session. So Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and we'll increment by 10. Then when we get up to after we're done at 150 here on Tuesday the 27th, we're going to split it and go back down to 80 beats per minute, and then we're going to be doing the grid as 16th notes. It's the same general pattern, but we'll be playing twice as many notes because it's 4 bars of 16th notes, and so you'll get more hits in, and it's really more the feel of what these are going to feel like in a marching band situation or playing on drum set. But right now for the 8th note section, it's kind of my favorite part because you really get to hone in on the motion and kind of focus on other things rather than speed. Now, when we've talked about this before in technique, one thing I'll say is that, and 1 second, I gotta let somebody in on Zoom here. Oops.
The stream is working in case you...
Oh, thank you, Kyle. Yeah, I appreciate that. It is working?
Yeah.
Yay.
It should be working.
Well, that's good news.
It's a little bit behind from what you're saying.
Well, that's
on the
good
Zoom,
in case
but,
I, drop a SH bomb. Just kidding. Okay, so how am I letting it in here? Okay, you're letting Nate in. Awesome. All right. We're going to talk about technique a lot as we go and if you're just like tuning into this one, I want to give like a little disclaimer that if we're talking about a technique, I want to make sure everybody is clear. Like, that is not the end all be all for how to hold a drumstick. Mostly what we're saying is that today, this is what we're focusing on. So like, for instance, today we're at 90 beats per minute at 8th notes. Pretty much going to be trying to do this by the wrist. So we are going to be talking about isolating the wrist and keeping the stick in your hands, not doing too much with fingers if you can help it, because we're trying to get that range of motion and strengthen these wrist muscles and isolate that. Now, as we get faster, we're going to have to incorporate other techniques, like a little bit of the molar. Just to get more, to get a different kind of sound, or to throw more energy into the stick, you're going to have to incorporate other muscles. Or to do a diddle fast, you're going to have to, if we start going fast, it's not just going to be, all from this rotation or all from the wrist. We're going to need to do a push-pull method where we're like doing that and then using fingers to grab that. Let's see. To grab that second diddle to support it. But, so all that to say is the techniques will change as the speeds go on. None of them are be-all, end-alls. There's lots of different ways to do this. One thing that I wanted to mention today was we've been talking about the fulcrum, and all the fulcrum is the balance point of the stick, where it's pivoting, where it swivels. Okay, so right here. Now I've been saying that what you want to do is use this thumb here, and it's important for the thumb not to go. Ooh, where's the camera? There it is. Not to be sort of like dragging off the stick like that. And it's important for it not to be like that. But you just kind of want it to be on there. And then bring your index finger over. Now this is like also not the only way to do it. And this week I was reminded, like when I play drum set, I'm not holding the stick like this. And Todd Zuckerman posted a video today talking about holding the stick. And he was like, brought up a good point about using this middle finger for the place of the fulcrum. I don't know if anybody saw it, but it was a really great video. Look it up. But he's talking about doing this because it gives you so much more. When you go to do these molars, you're not stuck to this tiny little like tiny motion. It gives you like a much bigger rotation. So those all that to say is there's lots of different ways to do this. For this, because we're isolating the wrist and we're really wanting to sort of and we're doing into a set stroke, which is you hit and then you stop. So you're from the wrist and then you stop here. I am suggesting using the index finger as your fulcrum point. Now, it's not a rule. That can change. You can, this could be the way you're holding it. Everybody's hand's different. But, so yeah. But the one thing that we are doing just to kind of like, as you go through it is we are working with two different strokes on this. So the set position where we're kind of off the drum and we're here. When we hit on the accents, we stop and we get in that set position. 1 second. Thank you. Somebody's at my door. Pizza delivery for me and my daughter. So I might have to take a second and go get her a plate of food. So I'll find a good time to do that. Yeah.
I'm doing previous kids.
Okay, pizza's here.
And I'm gonna do a new shell kind.
Good. Yeah. I'm just gonna wait for the pizza to cool down and I'll get you one. Okay. Okay. So. Yeah, we're in the set position. When you do that, when you do a stroke, if we're doing the accent page, the accent goes here, and then we're in that set position. Then we play all the ghost notes here, or all the taps. If we're doing diddles, then we're just going to be doing open stroke, which is it comes back to you like this. So. Anyway, all right, let's get to it. Emmett, I see you're on there. Just go ahead and mute once you get in here and get started. Okay, let's just do a little 8 on a hand. We're going to move through the 8 on a hand kind of quick because we want to have time to do everything. Okay, go ahead and mute it. All right, gotcha. There you go. Okay, 8 on a hand. Here we go. We're going to run through this kind of quick. 2, 1, 2, here we go. Nice and big. Try to feel the stick bounce back up at you. One, two, 1, 2, here we go. Really isolate that wrist if you can. Shouldn't be any motion in your shoulders and not much in your elbows. None if you can. At least for this. Try to get like a pretty lot of velocity on that hit if you can. Ready? Go. Keeping that rest hand in a set position. Good. 70. 1, 2, here we go. Try to get that rotation, Chris. If you can, try to do it with the rotation rather than your elbow. Good. So those who are doing traditional, if you're playing tradish, try to get it on a rotation like this, the handshake, rather than like this. Do we play like this? Yes. If we're playing rock and roll and we're doing like rim shots, absolutely. But for right now, let's really try to get this rotation going. And you can see this will be your fulcrum here, right? So nice and tight in here. If you're having a hard time with that, just take your fingers off and try to go just hold it with your thumb and do this. That's a really good way to check to see if you've got an actual hold on that. And you have the strength in here. You need it in here first. Okay? 80. 2, 1, 2, here we go. Getting back to that set position. Ooh. Chris, that looks way, way better. That looks good. And it's forcing you into that rotation. That's really good. Just squeeze down on that thing, man. Like, feel the burn. Here we go. 90. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. Nice isolation, Kyle. Make sure all those fingers are staying on the stick. Yeah, you don't really want, right now we don't want this. Not a lot of motion in here. You're holding it almost like a hammer. It's scary to say that, but okay. Keep those fingers on. This is what we're stretching out. Okay, 100. 2, 1, 2. Here we go. Lean into it. One, two, like you mean it. Hit right through that drum. Pop, 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 pop. Okay, cool. 110. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. One, two, here we go. Make it burn. You should feel it in your thumb. Okay, 120. 1, 2, here we go. One, two, here we go. Burn it out at 130. We're going to get up to 150 and 160 when we have time. Let's go to 130 today. 2, 1, 2, here we go. Nice and big. Okay, if the speed's easy for you and you're like, this isn't hard, just think about how the height. Because when you're not working for speed, you're working for sound and range of motion and height. Okay, so if you're down here, try doing it up here. 130, one more time. 1, 2, here we go. Sixteenths. 1, 2, here we go. Weak. Okay. I'm gonna get my daughter a piece of pizza, and 1 second here. We'll get to the accent grid. Take a second and is it going? Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, I got some pizza for you. All right, thanks everybody. First things first. Let's see. So accent grid, here we go. We're at 90 today. So let's bring it to 90. Okay, are you okay for me to get started on this? You good? Just keep the sound down on that kind of, okay? All right, thanks, honey.
Now let me test it.
Yeah, we're just doing a little sound test for the iPad. All right, who's ready for accent grid? You guys ready? Thumbs up. All right. Okay, here we go.
You ready?
It's good. Maybe a little less. A little less. Down a little bit. That's good. Thanks, honey. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. Okay, let's do it again. Start at the beginning. 1, nice warm up. 2, 1, 2, here we go. Keep the taps low. Line 2, or number 5. Nine. Train beat. Nice and smooth. Okay, good job, everyone. Doing our best to separate those as much as we can. 2, 17, 2, here we go. Okay. 1, 2, number 33, 2, here we go. Little typo there. 3 in a row. As you're going through, if it's not even, like I don't feel like mine are super even right now, just kind of listen to it and try to even them out and make it nice and smooth and as musical as you can. 1, 2, 45, go. Three. 57. 'Kay. Getting smoother. 2, 61, go. Actually, hold on. Sorry. 1, 2, here we go. Always adjusting to sound better. Don't forget to look ahead. Awesome. Lots of ways to make these sound good. Just most importantly, listen to how they sound. 1, 2, here we go. $89. Awesome. A 1, 2, 93, go. All right, I love that one. That's why it's by itself. Not really, but I do love it. 97. 2, 1, 2, here we go. Not in a hurry to get anywhere. Love those claves. Those are good ones to put feet with. 1, 2, 113. 1, 2, here we go. Okay. $125. Okay. There's more in there, yeah. 129. 2, 1, 2, here we go. $133. $137. Ah, 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 ah. Okay, cool. Try to keep the taps extra low just to see what that feels like. 145. 2, 1, 2, here we go. If If you find yourself ahead, try to err on the side of being behind. Papa. Awesome. 161. 1, 2, here we go. Oops. Awesome. Moving on. 177. 2, 1, 2, here we go. Ooh, that's good. Awesome. I'm starting to like the way mine's down. That's a good sign. I've not been super stoked about them, but I'm starting to like them. It's always a good sign when you're liking what you're hearing from what you're doing. So, okay, here we go. 193. 2, things are coming together. 1, 2, here we go. Home stretch. Don't be lazy about keeping your place on these. Be diligent about it. The phrasing is important too. Oh, we gotta start over. I said that and then I wasn't reading it. Okay, 193. 2, 1, 2, here we go. Okay, don't be lazy about it. $201. There we go. Nice and open. Almost there. They like almost feel good. Here we go. 209. 1, 2. Here we go. All right.
Daddy, I'm gonna save a breadstick for you.
Thank you.
The biggest one.
Thank you, honey. That's really nice. All right. Let's see where we're at. I guess that was it. Okay, good. So we're moving on to diddles. Let me check in on my darling angel for a second. How you doing, Nora?
Good.
You good? You didn't like the pizza? Is it just like a little too spicy? Okay. We're almost done here, and then I'll get you something else. Okay, guys, diddles. So with the better you play them slow, the cleaner, and they will sound fast. So here we go. 2, 1, 2, here we go. Okay, make sure that left hand's getting doubles out of it, you know. Don't be lazy on the left. Talking to myself, you guys. I hope you guys know that. Every time I say something, I'm talking to myself, hoping that somebody else is experiencing it also. 17. 2, 1, 2, here we go. Okay, good. So try to keep this motion as you go through it. And that will make sure that the groove stays the same. You know, as best you can. It's not easy. Here we go. 33. 1, 2, here we go. Little typo there. Okay. Yeah. 49. 1, 2, here we go. Okay. 53. 2. If they're not sounding great to you, just keep working on it. They'll arrive. 1, 2, here we go. Oops. 2, again, go. 1, 2, 69, go. Another little typo there, sorry about that. 1, 2, 85, go. Seven. Okay, I'm kind of remembering now. So this wrist motion, you'll be getting, this is the groove, like, we're not losing that as we go. It's solid. We add the diddle. So that wrist that we've been working on is really starting to come in handy, those muscles. And then the diddle, you'll get the second note off the pullback. But you're still feeling that down motion like this. So try to add the diddles without losing this feel. Like you're playing I keep saying it, but like you're playing a hand drum. All right, next one. 101, 2, 1, 2, here we go. Crossing it. Okay, it's getting there. 109, 2, here we go. All right. Get as much out of these as you can. We're coming up on the end here. 2, 1, 2, here we go. Try to make it groove. Man, it's tough. 1, 2, 141, go. Almost done, honey.
Okay. Well, maybe, would you like a little snack?
I'm good. I'm okay. Hold on, guys. 1 second. This is my daughter, Nori. Say hi.
Hi. When you're done.
When I'm done, I really do want one.
Okay, so.
Yeah. Will you put one aside for me?
Sure.
Thank you,
And then
honey.
you can get the one that comes, and then the other, both of us can share.
Yep. I think I'm good right now, but once I'm done, which will be really soon, I'll have one.
This is the biggest one. I'm giving you.
Thank you. All right. Thanks a lot. Okay, almost done.
Okay.
Yep. You want to play after we're done?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
That's it. All right, here we go. 141. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. All right, here we go. 2, 157, 2, nice and open, go. Pop, pop. Okay, so you'll notice like one's like 165 there. Like we've just done 161, 157, 161. Then at 165, we have those 3 singles after the diddles. Those are the ones that you'll find are the hardest to make sound good, especially at slower tempos. And those sounding good is going to make everything else sound good. It's really kind of relative. Like these are going to sound as good as, only as good as those singles after sound. Okay, so try not to forget about them, especially when you have a bunch in a row. So 165. That end, that tail of the measure, that's really where the music is at, right? How you phrase that. That's so good. This is not how I only know this because when I first got to it, it was like, man, I'm having a hard time getting those last 3 notes to sound nice. Okay, so that's why this is like an important work, because it reveals your blind spots. So okay. It's easy to put our focus on the diddles, but really, like, what's going to make you sound great is finding those blind spots, and it's not always in the diddle, I guess. Okay, coming up on the end here. 173. 1, 2, here we go. There it is. Bop, bop, bop. Bop, bop, bop. I apologize about that. Oh, I rushed that. 181. 2, 1, 2, here we go. Five-stroke roll. All right, next one.
I want to give
Hey.
this to Kasha.
Okay, I'm almost done, kiddo.
Okay.
2, 189, 1, 2, here we go. This one's so good. Home stretch. Ooh, that's hard. Nope. God, I want a do-over on that one. You don't get a do-over at the gig. You know, gotta get it right. 205, 2, here we go. There it is. Until I said it. Two 17. Double stroke roll. Okay, I don't know about you, but I need a do-over on this page. We're doing it again. 205. 2, and just so you guys know, after that it's this. It's a double stroke roll, but I assume you have that memorized by now. So 205 to the end. 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, here we go. Oh man, I'm sorry guys, I'm so focused on the sound. 213. 2, 1, 2, here we go. All right. Good job, everyone. So here's a couple, just to kind of talk about it for a second. These are this grid type exercise. I love the displacement grid because it does so many things. It reveals to you where your weaknesses are and where your blind spots are. You also learn how to play all of these attributes and things on every part of the measure. Okay, so it's like you're not, like on a Prince song, for instance, he'll put the accents a lot of times. You probably notice, like, and that's cool. And it's cool, and you don't want it to sound, you don't want these accents on the back to sound forced. That you just want them to arrive. And you don't want it to affect the beat. So if you're, and you add it, that's what the grid's gonna kind of, you're gonna get better at sort of just putting these musical ideas in seamlessly without drawing attention to them, and just it's going to sound more musical. For me, man, I'm learning. This has been really helpful for me. My hands feel stronger, like this. Just kind of getting around the kit, even I'm feeling a lot healthier, and it's just a process, and the whole thing is just keep doing it. So, looking at the calendar here, we just did 90 beats. We'll be at 100 on Thursday, and we're gonna go up until 150, and then we're gonna split it to 16th notes. We will be at 130. So let's see what that sounds like. 16th notes at 130 is this. Okay. So we'll be getting, that's where we're going. And you can see that is here at 1:30 on August 21st. So right now, take advantage of these weeks where we're going slow going. The more that it's all mental. The more awareness and attention and respect you're giving these slower tempos, and the more you're kind of getting out of it, the easier and better sounding all these faster tempos will be. If you don't do the work now, you're going to be struggling and sweating and really like having a hard time keeping up once the tempos get quick. So take this time to really like isolate and really just listen. If you're in doubt, just listen to how it's sounding and make sure it sounds big, open, nice, musical to you, not weak, and all that stuff. So thanks. Awesome. Until Thursday. Bye.